Hey everyone, it's Francesca. Welcome back to the Under the Covers channel. And today I have some exciting books to share with you because I am sharing 3 amazing books that you must add to your TBR that are fantasy and paranormal romance written by Black authors. These are the perfect escapist kind of fun books to read right now. We're talking about a spice trader who drunkenly stumbles into a demon saving mission, a woman who literally gets sucked into another world and mind linked to a warrior king, and a girl who casts a book spell for a boyfriend and ends up in a demon situation. I know you're going to want to add these to your TBR. And I have even more books written by Black authors on the blog, so I'm going to leave all of those links down below so you can check those out as well. No matter what you're looking for, I've got 2025 releases, 2025 debuts, I've got contemporary romance, historical romance, some must-read paranormal, urban fantasy, sci-fi, and of course also thrillers written by Black authors over on mysterylandia.com as well. So all of those links are going to be in the description box down below so that you can add a ton more books to your TBR. But today I've got some fun paranormals and fantasy for you that I am so excited to share with you, and I can't wait for you guys to read them. So if you're ready for them, let's jump right into the recommendations. I'm so excited about these because I love paranormal and fantasy. That's basically my first love. I always pushing that on everybody. And the books that I picked today are all available on Kindle Unlimited. Some of these also write books that are not on Kindle Unlimited, and I'll mention that as well. But I'm super excited for you guys to read these. The first one is That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon by Kimberly Lemming. So this is book 1 in the Meet Mishaps series, and you can read the whole series. It's all available on Kindle Unlimited, but they were republished on paperback by a publisher, so that's why it's got this cover. Although I actually really like the original, more like drawn out covers because they're really cute. And actually, that's when I read them and really caught my eye at the time. So the first book is about Cinnamon, our heroine. She is working her family's spice business, and she wants just a quiet, calm life. She doesn't want anything crazy. She doesn't want any epic quests or anything like that. She just wants to work her business, maybe get a cat, and just have a nice, peaceful, quiet life. But she gets drunk one night and she ends up saving a demon, as the title would suggest. And the demon, who is ridiculously attractive, of course, is a little bit unhinged, and he has a major problem that he needs her help with. And basically, his people have been enslaved by an evil witch, and he wants her help to basically save them. And they go on this crazy road trip together. So there's lots of shenanigans that happen. Of course, everything that could possibly go wrong goes wrong. But of course, there's also a lot of steamy moments along the way and lots of fun. He's shirtless a lot in this as well. So it's a little bit high stakes. So I would say not so cozy fantasy, but it leans more to a cozy fantasy for sure. It has just a little bit more high stakes than what I would normally consider cozy fantasy, but I think that you can totally read this if you like Legends and Lattes, for example. It does have a bit of like slice of life feel, lots of laugh out loud humor in it. So if you want a good time, definitely read this one. It's very fast paced, lots of puns as well. So it's a whole series that you can dive into. And Kimberly Lemming just released the book this month. It's, hold on, I gotta read it because it's long. I got abducted by aliens and now I'm trapped in a rom-com. And basically the heroine gets abducted by aliens, and in this one there are dinosaurs in this alien planet as well. So like there's all kinds of stuff. So it's a good time, and you definitely should check it out as well. This one is her newest one, but this one is not available on Kindle Unlimited, which is why I left it for after. So the second book that I'm going to recommend to you guys, it's also a series, and this one is a more traditional fantasy romance. Like if you like A Shadow in the Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout, you probably enjoy this one. And it's Vicious Bonds by Shonora Williams. It is a trilogy, and it is a completed trilogy. So you can just binge the whole thing. It's the Tethered trilogy. And so in this one, it's got fated mates, it's got enemies to lovers, lots of high stakes world building. And our main heroine is just living her normal life, and she just gets sucked through into a portal and to another universe. And then when she lands there, she is faced immediately with this angry wolf and this man who's pointing a weapon at her. both very angry, very brooding warrior. And this man happens to be the king of one of the most dangerous kingdoms in this universe that she just landed herself in. He's not happy that she's there, but they immediately notice that they have this telepathic connection. So he can't just send her back through the portal until they figure that out and what's going on. They can hear each other's thoughts. All of the times that he's like super angry and frustrated with her, and he hears when she's like scared. So they really get on each other's nerves a lot. But they have to explore also this bond while he's trying to figure out how to send her back home. And also, they have to realize that this bond that they have, it's very unique in their world, but it's also very powerful. And there are outside forces that want to keep them apart so that their bond is not fully developed and connected, because that would make them extremely powerful. So they're facing lots of danger as they go through as well. And while she just wants to go back home. So it is a slow burn romance, and they start off obviously hating each other, but they're also very attracted to each other, but they don't want to act on it. So lots of tension. It's kind of an intense but protective love interest, and it's just a great series to get into as well. So if you want something a little bit more like traditional romantasy, then check this one out. And then I have another one that is totally comparable to Kimberly Lemming. So if you like Kimberly Lemming and if you've read some of her books, you have to read this author. And it's I Accidentally Summon a Demon Boyfriend by Jessica Cage. And this one is the first in the Accidents Happen series. And there is a new book in this series coming out this month, or it just came out, so you can actually binge through two. The second book is about a vampire, the first book is about a demon. So, again, if you like the over the top kind of humor that Kimberly Lemming has, then you're definitely going to enjoy this one. This is more like a traditional monster romance in a way, but it's absolutely hilarious. So, our heroine, Raina, she's the only single girl in her friends group, and she just wants to find a boyfriend. Now, you're talking humans, she's a human, and she just keeps going on these terrible dates with these horrible men. And she gets drunk one night at home alone, and she happened to have been reading a monster romance. And just for fun, she decides to read out a part from her book, which was to basically cast a spell to bring her the perfect man or the perfect boyfriend. And lo and behold, immediately this demon appears, very sexy demon. And she just thinks that it's just her being drunk. And of course, that's not actually happening. And things and shenanigans ensue from there. And when she wakes up the next morning, it was real and he's still there, and he is basically bonded to her. Of course, he's not that happy about it because he just got plucked from his world and just appeared in her living room. So he's not excited about that at all. But their bond that was formed actually makes her a target for all of his enemies, because now this bond makes her kind of his weakest link. And he feels like he has to protect her from the enemies that he's bringing to her door. So it's super fun, lots of crazy things happening and going on. He is definitely a brooding kind of demon. And the heroine also, I mean, she is just a hoot. She is so funny. So I definitely really enjoyed this one as well. It is super fast paced, it's flirty, it's fun. If you like monster romance, I think you're definitely going to enjoy this one. And again, if you like Kimberly Lemming, Jessica Cage is a must read. So, what did you think about these books? I hope you've added them to your TBR. I know that I thoroughly enjoyed them, and I can't wait for you guys to let me know if you also read them and what you thought of them. If you have any more recommendations for paranormal and fantasy romance books written by Black authors, leave them in the comments as well so we can all add more books to our TBR. As always, don't forget that you can find more recommendations at underthecoversbookblog.com and over on mysterylandia.com as well if you're looking for mysteries and thrillers, and subscribe for free to our Substack community. We have always more recommendations and more bookish content there as well, exclusively. Plus, you'll find out all of the content that we post every single week across all of our platforms by being subscribed on there as well. Every Sunday, we send out a newsletter that rounds up everything that we've posted all over the place. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any videos from us. But today, that's all I have for you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.